Have you heard of this book?
I have, and it's on my Amazon list, my book list on Amazon. How is it?
It was good. I went into it not knowing anything. Um, but I had an idea because it's called the Plated Prisoner series. So I was like, okay, so there's gotta be someone who's like a prisoner, right? And it's all gold. So no spoilers, there's a gold prisoner made
Okay, so
possible in this
no
book.
spoilers, full review because I'm going to read this.
Yeah,
Okay.
no
Okay. Good.
spoilers at all.
Good.
It is a 3 book series. No, it's a 5 book series, with one more coming out, I think, in November. Don't
Okay.
quote me on that. I've just read the first one. And so I ordered the second one. This is a side story, but it's interesting. I ordered the second one, Gild, and it came, and I was so excited to read it. I got on the treadmill and I was like, opened the book and I was reading the first chapter, and I was like, this seems a lot like the first book. Did I tell you this?
Yeah. But
Okay.
keep telling the story because it's a good story.
And so I got through probably like 15 pages, which is embarrassing, before I realized the freaking Amazon had sent me Gild book, or yeah, Gild book with the other cover book jacket. So, yes.
Did you return it?
Yeah, I did. And I just haven't gotten the second one yet because I had so many other TBR books. So I was like, whatever,
Mhm.
I'll just read these. But I
Mhm.
am going to finish the series because it's good. Follows a main girl, Auren, Auren, and she is King Midas, like played a prisoner. She's gold. He supposedly like touched her, made her gold. So it's kind of like a different take on that story that we've heard, you know,
Mhm.
from King Midas's touch, whatever. And so she's one of his like they call them like writers or something. Anyways, the king's whores basically. Like he's got like 5 women he keeps around to have sexual relations with when he wants to. And she is one that's kept in a gold cage because he doesn't want anyone near her. She's like the favorite pet sort of thing.
That's weird.
Yeah. So this first book is primarily about, she lives as a prisoner, but she doesn't look at it that way. She has, I would say, Stockholm syndrome. She's very
Mm.
much like in love with him and loves him and thinks he's like looking out for her, taking care of her, thankful for him. Well, King Midas has another king over of a like adjacent land, and they're like allies, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes. He ends up, this might be a spoiler, so I'm not going to say it. Anyways, some issues start to happen with that other king, and eventually, kind of a war across the whole country starts to take place. And so then there goes from like her normal life and what she has been her daily life to then
Mhm.
everything's uprooted and everything's changing. And she's more kind of thrown out on her own, or like she has more, not thrown out on her own, but she has more options than she did before and more opportunities that maybe she's starting to think that is a good thing.
That's like, so she's like kind of starting maybe to get rid of Stockholm syndrome.
Yes.
Oh, good. Because
And
you got me really worried when you're like, she loves the guy that locks her up in a cage every day and
yeah,
like turned her gold, which is also creepy.
I would say this book has a couple twists that are you see in the first book. It
Yeah.
introduces someone, like dark evil foreign ruler into the book. You
Are
meet.
these like Reese in the Woods vibes where you're like, I know he's supposed to be evil, but he doesn't seem that bad?
So I don't know. The first book leaves a cliffhanger. I get Reese vibes though.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna really like the Dark Lord, but we'll see. I don't know.
I was that way the whole Akatar book, right?
Mhm.
And I was also the same way in Shadow and Bone. I was convinced up until the last book that she was going to end up with the Darkling because he really didn't seem that bad.
I know. I agree. Well, at first it's kind of hard because I did follow the traditional or like typical thing with Akatar where I was like, Tamlin's great. I love Tamlin. And then I was like, who is this other guy? Why is she talking with him? But ended
I
up
liked,
really liking Reese, obviously.
obviously. I liked Tamlin, like 100%. Like I was Team Tamlin until the second book, right?
Yeah,
The Akatar spoilers, but
I know.
so,
Whoopsies.
but But as soon as I saw Reese, it's not like I was like, you should dump Tamlin. I was
Mhm.
like, I should date this guy. Who is
Yeah,
this guy dressed in black that walks out of the woods like that?
he's like very intriguing. Yes.
Yeah.
I get that vibe too from him. Dark,
Okay.
intriguing, supposed to be really terrible, but you're kind of like, how bad are you really?
Yeah.
Kind of that bad.
So then question, because I don't remember from when I saved it, is this like a spicy book or is this like a YA book?
No, this is adult. This is new adult.
Oh,
And yes, I would rate this first one an A minus because I mean it's really thin. But it was similar to what other fantasy books you read, but also different. And had interesting elements from like King Midas's story and like it kind of tells his background a little bit too. Um, I rated this one when I think I'd go A minus. Yeah, final
minus.
answer. There's spice. There is also killing and like more gory scenes. So it's definitely new adult, I would say.
Got it. Okay. This sounds good. I still want to read it. I'm excited, especially because you rated it an A minus.
I know. I know. And I don't know about the whole series yet. We'll see. But A minus, and I think the series is going to be complete this year. So
That's good. Okay,
why
safe for
not?
me. Just so my last question. Do you like the main character, the girl, the gold girl?
Not 100% yet,
Okay.
but I think she has a lot of potential. I really think the first book is setting up to start her at like ground zero of like kind of not delusional, but not super strong. And I think but she also doesn't have any like terrible qualities. Like she does try and help people out when she can, and she does think about other people than herself. But I feel like a lot of the qualities are going to grow throughout the series, if I had to guess. But she's
Okay.
not starting out as like an Elaine.
Okay. She's not like this strong, powerful, like self-confident.
No,
All right.
she does seem very like smart and conniving though, like
Okay.
able to think creatively to get out of certain situations.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'll read
well,
it.
that's Guild. It's a good fantasy series.